Welcome back to the Castos YouTube channel. Today I want to have a bit of a microphone challenge, comparing built-in microphones to my laptop, my cell phone, Apple earbuds, Bluetooth headphones, $75 microphone, a $400 microphone, a $150 microphone, which is not on screen right now. And I want to just show you the varying degrees of audio quality difference. Things that you might be able to expect, or you even use this video to showcase sound differences to somebody who might be a guest on your podcast, or maybe you're, trying to sell podcasting to the rest of your team. You're trying to tell the CEO, look, we have to get into podcasting and spend a little bit more money than just using our cell phones or our Apple earbuds to make this content sound really good. And that's the spoiler alert. You don't have to spend a lot of money to make it sound, very tinny from your cell phone to sounding like a professional podcaster by just spending under $100 on a microphone. Okay, let's dive into some of the testing where I will read the definition of what a microphone is in terms of what Google tells me a microphone is, and then we can use that sort of as this gradient to see from worst to best. Okay, this is Matt from the future as I edit this video. Before we get into the review samples, what I did do is normalize all of the audio samples to the same loudness or the same decibels to make it a little bit easier for you, the listener, to hear the quality of the microphones, not necessarily the loudness or what they might record into your interface with. This is very important because what we'll find is location of a microphone really matters. Along with as well as the microphone itself. So you could have a very expensive microphone really far away and it's not going to sound as good. And we'll see that with some of these microphones as we dive in. So I just wanted to make that note. If you're an audio engineer out there, this was normalized using ScreenFlow automatic volume smoothing. Not an audio engineer. And I would also argue that for most podcasters, they aren't either, and their guests certainly are not audio engineers, okay? So, audio quality of microphones, here we go. Okay, so for the first test, we're going to start with arguably the worst, and we're going to use just the cell phone. I don't know about you, but I host a local podcast, and sometimes these local business owners have no idea about internet, about technology, about podcasting, and they say, can I just call you on my phone? And I have to say yes, because we're trying to create the content. But here's what the audio sounds like from an iPhone 12. I'm going to try it in two different places. We're going to try it with the audio held to my mouth and then the audio held as if somebody were on a speakerphone conference doing your podcast. Microphone, an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may be then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. And now we'll do it with the phone on the desk. Microphone, an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay, now we'll change to the Apple earbuds with the inline mic, which is arguably every podcaster's bane of existence when it comes to recording a podcast episode. Microphone, an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may be then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay, now we'll try some Bluetooth earbuds to see what this audio sounds like. I don't have the AirPods. I have the Beats, which are also made by Apple, and the microphone is located in the neck piece off to my left side. Microphone, an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay, so now I have my laptop sitting down on the desk in front of me in a comfortable position, 2-3 feet away from my face, as if you were on a Zoom call or somebody doing a podcast that doesn't have a microphone. This is largely what it would sound like. Microphone, an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay, this is the Blue Yeti test. This time the microphone is located about a foot from my mouth, sort of right in front of my laptop. It really depends on guests. I've seen people put this microphone really far away, above them. There's different variations. I've already tested the gain. The gain is up pretty high right now. And the microphone pickup pattern is right in the front. Microphone, an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. This is the ATR-2100 USB microphone. This is a very popular microphone from Technica. It plugs in through XLR. It plugs in through USB. These are sold out for a while when the pandemic hit. They have a newer version now, which plugs in through USB-C. I think I've seen the price fluctuate anywhere between $75 to $110, depending on when you're trying to buy these. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. This is a Heil PR-40 with a FET decibel booster and a Mackie Pro FX digital audio interface that has an equalizer on it. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may be then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay, so what I'll do now is play all of the audio samples in a row so you can get a sense of them as they all are aligned right next to each other. And then I'll compare some of the best and worst setups so that you can get a sense of that as well. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may be then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may be then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Microphone. An instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations, which may be then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay, so where do you fall in the lineup of all of these different setups? If you're a brand new podcaster, now you might be thinking, oh, wow, I can really make my sound better by investing around $100 to get a good microphone. Or you'll at least be able to tell your guests who come on the podcast, hey, maybe you could get a better microphone too if you're taking this stuff seriously, which I think, again, being biased, a lot of small businesses and marketing folks, CEOs, I mean, literally everybody, should be investing in a halfway decent microphone so that they sound good in this new world we live in of doing Zooms and podcasting and video creation. The biggest surprises for me was that the iPhone up to my mouth sounded pretty good. Like in terms of if I really needed to get somebody to record audio in a pinch, I wouldn't do the earbuds. I wouldn't do the laptop. I would just do them in a closet on their phone would probably be the best. And still to the end of this day, I still think that the ATR-2100 USB microphone is probably the best value. The issue with the Blue Yeti, with it being a sort of stand-up microphone, is that sometimes people will get too far away from it, or it'll be on the desk, and if you're moving around or shifting things around or hitting the desk with your hands or something in some kind of animated discussion, it can really cause a lot of headaches for people listening. So I still have to give it to the ATR-2100, even though the Blue Yeti looks like a really cool professional podcasting microphone. Microphone positioning, getting the microphone as close to your mouth as possible is key for any of these microphones. So if you can get closer to the source, just like we saw with the iPhone, it can sound pretty good, even if it's a budget microphone. Microphones like the Heil PR-40 are overkill for a lot of people. It just depends on how much editing you want to do in the long run of your podcast. And that's really what makes a difference. You probably didn't hear a huge difference of the $100 ATR-2100, the $150 Blue Yeti to this $500 setup. It's marginally better, at least in my eyes. It kind of looks cool, and it sort of justifies you being a full-time podcaster like I am. Okay, great, but the content is still king. The microphone doesn't make the podcast any better in the sense of, I really need to listen to this show. What a laptop microphone will do to me, though, as a listener, is I can't listen to this anymore. The reverb, the echo in a room, the banging of the desk can really drive me away from listening to a podcast. There are podcasts of very famous people that I want to listen to, I just couldn't take it. And maybe it's because I wasn't listening on headphones, which is another thing you have to think about, is that the context of where people are listening. Sometimes it's just using my iPhone's speakers to listen to it while I'm cleaning the house, while I'm doing things. And if it's not directly attached to my ears and the sound quality is low, I'm not going to listen. Anyway, I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. It is not an audiophile scientific review of microphones. I'll put a couple links of some of the YouTube creators that are out there that I think do really well with capturing and testing microphones from a scientific standpoint. This is just from the common person's podcast production point of view. That's a lot of P's right there. YouTube.com/Castos. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more stuff like this. Castos.com to start your podcast today. Academy.castos.com to join our free academy to learn how to become a better podcaster. Thumbs up. Please smash that like button. We'll see you in the next video.